Bloodbath is a dream level for most. Guarantee if you ask any Geometry Dash player what their dream extreme demon completion is, I'm sure some would say Bloodbath. A really infamous level for its difficulty and infamous for Twitter users to call it a medium demon. Bloodbath is over 7 years old now, and I started playing this game on the day it came out. And it didn't take me long to find it on the internet after seeing how stupidly hard it is. And I've always wanted to beat it. Wow. Before anything, I would like to take this moment to explain what the hell this is. This whole thing. I have had this idea of going each individual parts of levels or any sort of extreme demons I beat and give advice on how to approach it, my thoughts on it, and like just overall if I like it or hate it, and putting a rating on it, like how I do it in my description, your gameplay and your deco and my enjoyment. I'm gonna put it on this nice little swaggy spreadsheet over here, you know, nice little spreadsheet, look at this, all fancy. Just see how it compares with other levels, you know, you can see the bottom ones down here, the ones I don't really like, and the top ones are the perfect levels that I would recommend you play these. The only thing is, I want to do this kind of video format with my extreme demons because they're a bit more cool, I guess, and I feel like I played them long enough for me to have a good idea and talk about them more, because sometimes I might just beat an insane demon in 3 minutes. Anyways, let's just talk about Bloodbath. Yeah, alright, Bloodbath. First part is Weo Teo, and it consists of straight fly and a ball part that works only about half the time. Listen, you play this part so much, and there's nothing you can say about it. You'll play it so fucking much that you'll just get it. You'll just do it whenever, because, yeah. Alright, so the next part's Vermilion, and I'll be honest, I have no idea whether or not his part starts at the ship or the ball. But I'm just gonna say Vermilion's part starts at the ball. It's quite simple, but it is quite hard at first. You do realize it is actually a little bit more difficult than you think it is. But again, it's kind of like Weir's part, you just do it so much that it's like, you just do it. That's all I really gotta say, but you know, just don't get thrown off by the music sync especially. Don't get thrown off by the music sync. It is not synced at all, you just time it, you just do it. Oh boy, Michigan's part, oh god. Okay, so it's arguably the hardest part of the level. It starts off with simple triple spikes. It's followed by a straight fly that you actually sometimes kind of just die to for no reason. Like, you know, it's not even a hard straight fly, but you just die to it because you can. It's just, I don't know, you just expect it either a few times and expect it to get really annoying when you do. Then, these 3 ball timings are the hardest thing ever, and I think it's actually harder than the UFO after it, which most people struggle with. This ball part sucks, I don't like it, it is really, really hard. I kind of just clicked in this general area and then just hoped I got past the timing, if I'm being honest. Now, most people find the UFO quite hard. You will just randomly die despite you thinking you didn't touch the spikes at all. Just expect it. This UFO is just genuinely hard. What I do is I try to click around here, and then, like, you know, sort of near the beginning of the portal, and you're usually set up for good. You actually do have quite a lot of room in this last jump here where it looks nearly impossible, but you know, you don't actually have to worry about it too much. You have quite a bit of room, so you'll be alright. And then, once you do the hardest bits ever, it's just some triple spikes and a wave part. It isn't too tricky, but you will maybe die to a couple times, but it's really just straightforward, you just get through it. Yeah, that's Michigan's part, the hardest part of the level, and it's near the beginning. Evasion's part's easy. Literally, the hardest part is going into this ship from the duel, I'm not kidding. Although, I will watch out for this transition here, from the wave to the UFO. It actually can kill you sometimes. Crack's part is infamous for being really difficult because of the tight straight fly part. This is a part you just kind of have to practice a lot and just kind of get used to, because then you realize it isn't actually the hardest part of the level, maybe like the second hardest or something. Well, my advice to this part is you just play it enough where you just do it. You can just do it whenever. You might die here a couple of times from 0, but you'll be alright. Another bit of advice, I don't touch some of these blocks. I try to avoid touching blocks, because it really upsets my ship. And also, don't die to this timing, for God's sakes, you will get laughed at if you die to this timing. Sonicman is a nice break. Only a couple little annoying timings like this mini UFO and the first ball timing, because sometimes you just die to this for no reason, but like, hey, it's a timing. Also, I click 5 times for this little spam bit here. Some people do 3, and some people just click all of them if you're that cool, I don't know. Etza, for some people, can be quite hard, but I don't know, just for me it wasn't too bad. Although I did die here so many times from 0 when trying to beat it, and it was just so fucking annoying to die here. And yeah, I did die to 79. That was not. But listen, 79 isn't actually too hard. It does have a bit of a rep, but it's not actually that bad. Just don't be afraid. Basically, over practice Etza until you're fucking so good at it that you can do it with your eyes closed, basically. Havoc is just a nothing part. Just don't scrub the UFO from 0, unlike me, who did it 4 times. I died 4 times here from 0. I was not happy about it. I'm actually gonna fucking break my skull open. Oh my fucking god, dude, what is wrong with me? Gyron's part is actually quite hard. Don't underestimate it. The ship timings, you have to click a lot later than you think. Like, you actually have to click these orbs quite late. You know, it can be a bit of a throw off and could actually throw your run, which is like, you know, it's quite scary. The duel is like nothing. It's just, I don't really know how to do it that consistently. I just kind of did it because it was sort of easy. Just figure out a timing for the first 2 jumps specifically. Those are the important ones that gets consistent, and then just work with that. G-Boy has probably the most perfect ending part ever. It's not hard, but it's not easy, basically. Nerves, it does make it a little bit hard. It's got some relatively difficult timings, like this orb going into the UFO, and then there's like also this one here. This timing right here, where you go through the block and go down, don't click too early. For some reason, it's just so easy to click too early for this timing, and I did it heaps. Not from 0, I never died to G-Boy from 0. Click late there, just click really late, so you really don't fuck it up. For the very end, triple spike jump, you can just do the triple spike jump, or you can do the Mishi route on high refresh rate. Don't do it on 60 FPS, because I did try, for some reason, whenever I did practice runs on like low FPS, that Mishi jump is really fucking hard, if not near impossible, like frame per. I'd just go to triple spike, for God's sake, just beat the level. If you're from 0, just beat it. So those are all the parts, like, individually. But what was the whole experience like when playing from 0? So fucking annoying. Honestly, it has such good gameplay that is super fair, and every time you die, it is kinda, you just feel like it's your fault. But also, with how hard Michigan's part is, when every single time you die past it, it's so fucking frustrating because you feel like you threw. If you get unlucky enough, you will hate this level, and it will ruin your enjoyment, which is what happened to me. I couldn't stand playing this level for that long without wanting to just crack, basically. It was really... This level is really fun to do in runs, however. But from 0, it's so obnoxious and just so boring, too. And it did kind of tank my enjoyment quite a lot. And after dying to Havoc for the 3rd or 4th time, I just felt like ripping my fucking hair out. The gameplay, I'd like to say, is about an 8 out of 10. For 1.9, it's really good, and it's super fun game, and it's so good to do in runs. I'd recommend playing this, even if you can't beat it, just do runs of it. Do like a Sonic to 100, or maybe like Mishi to crack or something, I don't know. But from 0, it tanked my enjoyment from like, I'd say a 6 out of 10, down to like a 2. This is a 2 out of 10 enjoyment for me. As for decoration, for 1.9 levels, it does look really nice. The intense red when the song goes a lot faster, and then coupled with the grey and more monochrome looking parts when the song gets a bit slower, it just works perfectly with the song. But I will have to say it's about a 6 out of 10, which is probably about the highest a 1.9 level's gonna get, because this is kind of me rating it compared to most levels in the standard. Like 1.9 is not gonna get higher than like a 6 unless it looks fucking stunning. But for a 7-year-old level, it looks so nice, and I love it. It looks really good. I've always really liked how Bloodbath looks and how it plays sometimes. Adding up all the scores and taking the average, and you get an average of 5.33, which places it here alongside these levels. It's kind of in the middle, you know, like not very enjoyable, but also it's a decent level overall. And that's Bloodbath. That's all I have to say about the level. This is one of my best accomplishments. This is like alongside one of my favorites, probably with like Duelo Maestro Solo. Honestly, if you want to beat this as a milestone demon, like a hardest or something, I'd go for it. Honestly, it's quite frustrating, but I would go for it, because like I beat it as my hardest. But also, if you just want to beat this level, if you think you're really good at this game and you could probably just smash this out in a couple hours and like a day or something, do it. It's fine. It's a relatively alright level, and I'd recommend it to anyone, honestly. Anyone on high FPS, don't play this on 60 Hz. God, if you're mental like that, go ahead. That's not my sort of fucking thing. Yeah, this has been my dream Extreme Demon completion. I love being able to say I've beaten Bloodbath. For the 7 years I've been playing this game, it's just so nice to have this done finally. And yeah, so here it is. Here's me doing it. Wow. Oh my god, no way. Oh, yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. Like and subscribe. Holy. Oh, well, a bunch of those are old fucking. There's your copy. Fuck this level. Oh my.